Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess with flowing red hair, and she always wore a dress made of leaves that changed color with her mood. One day, it was a wonderful green, but then a little later, it was a deep and mysterious purple.
Oh.
You see, this princess was very fond of shoes, and she had so many pairs.
Oh.
So many pairs.
Oh.
But her absolute favorites were these ones that sparkled with every step, like 1,000 tiny stars. One day, while playing hide-and-seek with the king and queen, the princess took off her beloved shoes and hid them in a wardrobe. But when the game was over, she couldn't find her sparkling shoes anywhere. They had vanished into thin air. So the princess set off to look for them all around the castle, under chairs and tables, behind curtains and paintings. But still there was no sign of her favorite shoes. As the sun began to set, she went out into the garden, calling out, "Shoes, where are you? Come back. Please don't be lost or stolen. Oh, my dear shoes, where can you be?" She walked along a path. Suddenly she heard a faint voice saying, "Over here." The princess stopped and listened more closely. It seemed to be coming from the rose bushes. "Over here," it said again. And then she saw something incredible. Her shoes were sitting on a rose stem, just like a pair of little birds, nesting, and when the princess asked them, "How did you get up there?" they replied, "We climbed up all by ourselves." "Why have you run away?" asked the princess, and her voice was filled with sadness. "Oh, why are you so mean to us? You never wear us anymore. We're just stuck in the wardrobe collecting dust." The princess was stunned. She didn't realize that her shoes had feelings too. "I'm sorry," she whispered, and she reached out to take them. But the shoes slipped off the rose stem and ran away. The princess chased after them, calling out, "Wait, please, wait. I want to make things right." The shoes led her deeper and deeper into the garden, until they came to a small clearing bathed in moonlight. And there, under an old oak tree, sat a tiny shoemaker and his wife. Their faces were wrinkled like prunes, and their eyes twinkled with mischief. When the princess approached them, they beckoned for her to sit down on a nearby stone, and then they began to speak in squeaking voices. "Why have you come here, child?" asked the old woman. "We need your help," replied the princess. "My shoes have run away, and I want to bring them home again, please." "Why don't you ask them yourself?" squeaked the shoemaker. So the princess called out, "Shoes, why have you run away?" And the shoes hid behind the old couple, peeking out at her from between the woman's legs. "We ran away because we're tired of being treated so badly. All we ever do is gather dust in your wardrobe. You never put us on or take us for walks in the park. And when you play, you take us off without even asking. We feel so lonely and forgotten, and we wish we could sparkle on happy feet once more." The princess felt tears welling up in her eyes. She had no idea that her shoes had such strong feelings. Quickly, she wiped them away and said, "Oh, my shoes! I'm so sorry. From now on, I'll never forget about you. Please forgive me and come back with me. But the shoes shook their heads. We want to stay here and work for kind people who appreciate us. The princess pleaded with them to return, but they just wouldn't budge. So she sat down on the stone and started to cry. Seeing this, the old shoemaker felt a pang of sympathy. Why don't you ask them to stay with you for just one more day, child? Then you can return to see if they've missed you. The princess quickly wiped away her tears and called out to the shoes. Will you come back to the castle with me for just one more day? The shoes looked at each other and then replied in a small voice, Yes, we'll do that. And the princess was overjoyed. She hugged her shoes, and then, holding them in her hands, she skipped happily towards home. The next day, the princess woke up early and went straight to her wardrobe. But when she opened the door, her shoes were nowhere to be found. Had they gone back to the old shoemakers? Feeling a little disappointed, she went to the garden and sat down on a stone bench beneath the oak tree. She waited and waited, but her shoes didn't come, and soon she began to cry. Then she heard a gentle voice saying, Why are you crying, child? The princess looked up and saw the old shoemaker and his wife standing in front of her. My shoes don't want to come back with me, she sobbed. They'd rather stay here with you. Nonsense, said the old man. Your shoes are on their way. They just needed a little convincing. And sure enough, just then they appeared, skipping along the path, and when the princess asked them, Why did you come back? They replied, We missed you. It's no fun gathering dust in a wardrobe. We much prefer being on happy feet. And so the princess and her shoes spent a wonderful day together playing in the garden. They raced around trees, jumped over streams, and played hide-and-seek amongst the flowers. The princess laughed and twirled, and her green dress flowed around her like a summer breeze. But after a while, the sun began to set, and the sky turned a deep shade of blue. Oh, my shoes! Cried the princess. It's getting dark. How will I find my way home? Don't worry, said one of the shoes. We know the way. Just follow us. And then, holding hands, they all set off towards the castle. When they arrived, the princess thanked the shoes for the wonderful day they spent together and promised to take better care of them from now on. That sounds good, said one of the shoes, but we'd like something more. May we have a shoe cleaning day? The princess was puzzled. A shoe cleaning day? What's that? Well, said the other shoe, we've been through a lot today. We've played, we've walked, and we've rolled around in the grass. And now we're dirty and full of stones. May we have a proper shoe cleaning day? The princess realized how filthy her shoes really were. They needed a good clean, and she agreed to let them have a shoe cleaning day whenever they wanted. After that, the princess went inside, and soon she heard the sound of splashing and singing coming from her wardrobe. The next morning, the princess woke up, and went to her wardrobe to see what her shoes were doing. But instead of finding them inside, she saw a big pile of leaves on the floor. And when she stepped on them, she heard a familiar sound. Clink, clink, clink. Her shoes were dancing on the wardrobe door. Come out, they sang. It's a shoe cleaning day. And the princess was so happy to see that her shoes were sparkling like 1,000 stars once more. So the princess joined her shoes in their dance, and they all cleaned and polished each other until the wardrobe gleamed. And then they put on a wonderful show for the king and queen, who were so amazed by the dancing shoes that they declared it a royal holiday. And that is the story of the shoes that ran away and returned only after the princess promised to give them a shoe cleaning day. If you liked this fairy tale, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel to never miss any of our magical stories. Also, check out these wonderful fairy tales that we have for you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.